Guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Rock Sound, backstage at Download Festival 2022. He's back, baby.
We are back. The Americans
have
have invaded Download Fest. Finally!
We've waited. He's made the return.
Who do you think is more sick of Zoom calls, you or me?
I guarantee it's me. I
It's
guarantee you it's me
I
at this
believe
point.
you.
But we're back in the flesh, baby. This is so nice to see you, man. So good to see you. Back in the UK. And let's
Finally.
start with that because that's got to be an amazing feeling. I've seen your UK shows over here, man. The crowd always goes hard. You always bring that energy. It's got to be so nice to finally actually be able to come back and play for those fans again.
It means so much to me. It means so much to fans of rock music to finally be back connecting with each other. I mean, as a music fan, as a music lover, my best memories are in the crowd, are with other people. It's the memories you make. It's the friends that you experience music with. And the past couple of years have robbed us of so many of those core memories, especially for younger rock fans.
Sure.
You know, fans in their late teens, some of the most formative years of my life. I can't even imagine that being taken from me. So I get to merely be like a vessel for that connection to happen. And it's about time because there's nowhere like the UK to make rock music and to get on these big stages. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, I'm incredibly biased, but you're absolutely right on that front. The UK
Yeah.
is killing it right now. You've been straight back on the live stages. I've seen you out in the States. You're in arenas now. You're out there with Imagine Dragons. You did some Avril stuff as well, right?
That's right.
How's that been for you? Because I know, like I say, you're famed for your energetic shows, man. I imagine being able to get out there and do it in front of an arena full of people. You're made for that, man.
Yeah, it's a big transition going from being stuck inside to playing 15, 20,000 people a night. Playing an arena is really fun. There are things about it that you can't ever wrap your head around.
Yeah.
Just every single tiny little speck of light being their own human being with their own personality, their own love and fear. But also you miss the connection of being able to be in a dive bar. You know, some of my favorite shows are in places like, the Camden Underground, doing a club, 500 people, 1,000 people. You don't really get that kind of connection in an arena. So there are things about it that are amazing, things about it that are challenging. My favorite thing about playing arenas has been it forces you to really concentrate and be quite clear with who you are and what you're trying to achieve, what you want people to leave your set remembering about you and about your set. It really forces you to be more clear than if you have 500 people in a room and it's more casual.
Yeah.
It's been a really cool experience like that.
Bigger messages on a bigger stage. It works
Yeah,
very,
exactly.
very
And I've
nicely.
leaned on some of my idols like Mike Shinoda, Tom Morello,
Of
some
course.
of my friends that have already taken that leap. And then also artists like Oliver Tree and Youngblood, who I'm coming up with, who are already playing on those big stages. It is really fun to be able to have these conversations about how do we grow and keep the message clear? How do you not lose yourself in your ambition to headline stages like this? So it's a fun challenge, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah, keeping it growing, man, keeping it growing. Let's speak about some of those peers as well, because you've been in a very collaborative mood recently. A lot of collabs. I want to start with the most recent one with a boy Dwayne, who we absolutely love. I just love what he's been doing, man. It's so interesting, and a really, really interesting collaboration, I think, with you two. Fits really well. Tell me about how you kind of ended up working together.
Yeah, absolutely. Dwayne is sex. Dwayne is rock and roll. Dwayne is fashion. He is swag embodied. He's Iggy Pop and Mick Jagger rolled into one. And
Ooh, I like that.
I've known Dwayne since we were just kids. We both moved to Hollywood together without a plan. Before we were rock musicians, me and Dwayne go like way back since we were like, teenagers. So he's somebody that I'm so happy to see finally getting the recognition that he deserves. And a lot of grandson music is made quite deliberately. It takes time. I always have a really clear message in my head when we write it. And this Dwayne collaboration was the opposite. We were at our friend Andrew, No Love for the Middle Child's house, just hanging out. They were working on Dwayne's album, and they played me some songs, showed me this idea they had started, and it was one of those really spontaneous, spur-of-the-moment bursts of creativity that I don't often experience as a songwriter. And I'm really happy that the song was able to come out this summer, and it's been so much fun to see people's reaction.
Yeah, he's the best, man. It's such a good fit. Like I say, really works well together, I think, you two. And again, more collabs. You mentioned your boy Tom Morello there. Obviously, once again, getting to kind of collaborate, since the last time we spoke on his project when he had all these amazing, amazing vocalists. Tell me about that particular experience, because, I mean, it's got to always get a thrill out of working with a hero like that, surely.
Of course. Whenever you see a young artist working with an icon, a legend, that's really a testament to the genuine love of music that a person like Tom Morello still carries to this day. He's still looking for and finding music that inspires the inner rock fan in him. So we've been collaborating and leaning on one another creatively for almost half a decade now, which is crazy to think about. We first worked together in 2018. Here we are in 2022. I actually wrote that song with Tom and for Tom's album before the pandemic began. And I wrote it in 2019. We had a plan to release it. Then this little thing called the pandemic happened.
You might have noticed. You might have heard about it.
So then when it was time to resurface, me and Tom wanted to do something that felt timely. And there was a huge movement of workers' rights happening in America, a mass strike that happened for workers demanding more fair and ethical compensation and rights. And so me and Tom were able to put the song out and raise some money for organizations on the front line, activists who were fighting for workers' rights. So not only to work with Tom on the music side, but to watch him work on activism, watch him really be about the message that Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave have been about since I was a kid was just as, if not more, inspiring for me. It shows me and reminds me why I do what I do.
Absolutely, man. So glad they're back on the road as well, by the way. Can't wait for Rage
Let's
later
go.
in the summer. Let's absolutely go. I'm going to ask you the obvious question now, man, but you are keeping active, so new music. Talk to me. It's been a minute since we've had the album. I guess we're sort of still in the era because, shows had to stop and that. But are you feeling like we're moving into the next era yet?
Yeah, it's like we talked about earlier, I've been on tour. As soon as we got the green light in January, I hit the road, and I have not been off the road since. But I'm so happy to finally be back because this is where I get my inspiration, having regular conversations with people, being all over the world right now, touring. It has really inspired me, and so I'm looking forward to this summer getting back in the studio to keep working. It's crazy, but I'm only on my second album. Like, I'm just getting started, and I'm so ready to take another leap creatively. I have some incredible artists I'm already working with for that new album, and I'll be back really soon. That's all I can say. And when I come back, it'll be back with new music. So
absolutely. I do want to ask you, because last time we spoke as well, there was that great picture of you and Taka working together. We love Taka. Any more news on what might happen with what was going on in that session?
Oh man, I got pulled into a couple 1OK Rock sessions at the end of last year. It was a whirlwind. Taka is simultaneously working on an album, taking interviews in 2 languages, making a documentary, writing songs. It really did show that people don't end up as prolific as Taka by accident.
Yeah.
People don't typically stumble into positions of great influence. You have to really work at it. And so being around the 1OK Rock universe was fun. We wrote a couple songs together, and now the ball is kind of in their court. Hopefully this is the interview that'll push it over the edge, because we got one. That's all I can say about it. We actually do have an amazing song together, and big fish eats the little fish, though. I'm waiting on their plan. Hopefully they'll drop it and take me on tour in Japan. That's the goal.
Oh, there's a pairing we'd love to see. We'd love to see it, man.
Easy.
Well, in the meantime, so good to have you back here, man. Enjoy this weekend in the sunshine. Enjoy this live show. I know you're going to smash it, all right?
If anybody here is watching and needs that extra little reminder, the sun is out. People are back together. Community, rock and roll is back, baby. Grandson, rock sound. Much love.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's it.